as I said, there were 3 champions to be considered given the meta champion pool. Cassiopeia banned. We will get the Corki versus Taliyah matchup. LongZhu are very squishy, even though Shen is a super tank, just because Shen is split pushing the whole time. So if LongZhu fall behind early, they'll have a lot of trouble warding, because they'll just get deleted by the seismic shove or the twisted advance into focus fire from BBQ. So I'm actually pretty worried for LongZhu here. This is the sort of comp that Rengar preys upon, because guess what? They're not going to have Rengar ult warning indicator on anyone other than the 4. He's not going to be going to Shen's lane in the late game. He's going to be going for the squishy center behind the Shen. They DPS down that target. Shen ultimate doesn't come through. Gonna be pretty easy pickings for BBQ.
Because he doesn't have that much damage yet from items. Fly going forward, seismic shove not going to connect. Exhaust comes through and he just disappears. 50% to 0. Crash comes up with the isolation damage and gets first blood.
LongZhu setting the pace of this game. I mentioned they needed to do it.
Double shadow dash here for Expression. Gets the shield, throws down the dodge field. Can he get out? Flashes away. They could take that up and try to go for the dive, but meanwhile back in mid, Gorilla, he gets taken out as Totoro comes up with a kill. Prey maybe showing some innovation or...
Well, Ghost in trouble.
Yeah, Ghost, he's going to flash away, pops the heal, standing out, he
nice
comes
trap.
in. Yeah, really good trap. They'll lock him up, make sure that Shen couldn't get on top of him. Speaking about getting on top of people, that's Bless coming over the wall, tries to find Crash, but finds that the trade damage from being isolated is just too great. Has to jump out of there with a flash. And now a Chain of Corruption landing on the temp. Here comes the Shadow Dash. They take him out. Prey comes up with a kill. Bless trying to offer some bolas from the sidelines, but has to peel out of there. And that might be a tier 2 going down. The wave not really there to LongZhu trying to force this. The answer looks like it might just be yes, as Prey sticking around. New minion wave arrives, and this should go down.
If League of Legends ever takes a backseat, maybe Prey should consider FPS, because flicking this game with those Chains of Corruption has been amazing to track. Really nice stuff from him. Getting that pick onto temp. Meanwhile, Fly didn't quite get the solo kill on Ghost in the side lane, but just returns to it. Getting an inner turret, and they are playing this drop just as well as you could.
Expression will get jumped on. Goes in with the Shadow Dash, still taking a lot of damage. Flashes away.
Oh boy.
But the root comes through. Ace in the hole there to line up. And Ghost is able to net himself a kill, but that's going to be LongZhu pushing over towards this bear, and they're working it down. Already almost a half HP. The Weaver's Wall comes out, locking Fly and Crash inside of the pit. It's going to be crazy, popping over on the backside. Throws up a vengeful Maelstrom. Can he stop this? Not going to happen. Smite comes through. Crash takes it away, but now LongZhu need to get out of here.
Rengar.
Temp poking in from the sidelines. Rengar coming in from below. Can they find the kill? Prey gets a lot of damage in on the Temp, but he comes up with a kill all the same. Now Fly completely cut off. Crazy and Totoro will be able to deal with him. He goes down. Bless won't be able to find his way in for a third kill. He'll get a blue buff, but they get rid of 3 Baron buffs from the side of LongZhu. Have to expect that Expression should be falling, especially, yep, there we go. Totoro wrapping on the backside, not even needed. The Ace in the hole finishes him off. That's 2 kills now over onto the Caitlyn. The rest of LongZhu have these Baron buffs in tow. They're going to be pushing this wave up towards the tier 2, which looks like they will be able to net for themselves. Bless, the first one to react, but the damage is just too much. Tracy goes forward, Chain of Corruption comes down, locks him up. He takes a hell of a lot of damage, and he's going to have to peel back. Bless coming in from the sidelines, but no one is low enough for him to delete. Karma shields as well are available, so it looks like LongZhu will just peel back. They get rid of the red buff, they take that away. And they're just going to keep inching forward now. Over 5,000 gold in the lead still. Have to think of BBQ, have to fight over this one. They've already lost so many turrets. All of the inners have gone away, but they just let the Mountain Drake spill over into the hands of LongZhu. A second one to follow up.
Gorilla's here as well. I don't know if that's enough to kill Crazy.
I don't know. They have the tether coming through. Now Bless.
Rengar's coming in as well.
Yeah, he's charging his way down. The Redemption will get popped. No one's going to take the heal. Whatever. But here comes Bless. Weaver's Wall thrown out, and Gorilla and Expression making a really bad decision. Fly is here to try to back up his Shen, keep him alive. He'll be able to dash over the wall to get himself up to safety, but now that's going to be Crazy going in with the Twisted Advance, locking down the Corki pit package, coming through.
Fly's
just
popping
burning
off.
them out. That's going to be Temp going down, and Fly comes up with a double kill. Can he make it more? Killing blow does go over to Crash. Now Ghost getting chunked out. Root very crucially connects onto Prey. Crash doesn't want to go any further by himself.
But regardless, nice turnaround. Fly hitting his power spikes. They get some kills, and you can see in the picture-in-picture, they're rushing down Baron. They're getting it fast.
Yep, they go ahead. They take that one out. There was no vision in the pit or around it from the side of BBQ. So, I mean, you probably expect that they had some inkling that it was happening, but there's just no way for them to respond. LongZhu have just been choking them out slowly and steadily. All right, well, inhibitor turret gets broken in the top lane. That's going to be the inhib going down as well. LongZhu, yet again, just really utilizing this Baron buff. Trying to walk down to mid, but it's just a little bit too risky, so they have to wrap around. It's going to buy a little bit of time for BBQ, but I don't think they can really stop this onslaught. Tempt is not able to clear out as well as he would like to over these Baron-empowered minions. Was Pop still the hunt? He's just lurking in from the backside, but can't really find anybody. As soon as he jumps on the fly, Gorilla's going to have that shield ready to go, as well as the tether. So it looks like BBQ, they're just going to have to sit back and stare as their base crumbles around them. And there's just not a thing that BBQ can do. Turtle fall, that's going to be the third inhibitor as well. LongZhu, do they want to just stick around, try to knock down the Nexus turret, or do they go back and spend this gold? Looks like it's going to be the latter.
This pseudo super team is starting to finally find its own playstyle, and predictably it's on the back of things like Fly's champion pool. Expression really tightening up his gameplay. He was starting to reach the next level back at IEM. He looked great at Oakland on Echo and other meta picks, and this season is Maokai and Shen, fitting that tank meta very, very well. Everything's starting to come together for LongZhu, and back to the drawing board when it comes to beating a top team for BBQ.
Yep. C package going to be used, not aggressively, just to get Fly back out to safety. 3 waves of super creeps crashing into the base. BBQ, time for the Hail Mary if they want to have a comeback, but it just doesn't seem likely. It looks like they might just get snuffed out. Crazy getting locked up, takes a lot of damage, knocked down to half HP already, and the first Nexus turret will fall. Tempt throws out the Weaver's Wall to try to cut them off and keep them off of it, but it's just not going to work out. Nexus now exposed, the minions crashing, and you have to think this is going to be the end. Redemption comes down, won't find anybody. Ghost goes low, he'll jump back towards that fountain. Crazy into the front line, gets taken out, and without the Maokai, without that tanky frontliner, that's just going to be the game. As the Nexus very slowly gets chipped away, but there we go. LongZhu, 33 minutes on the clock, able to go ahead, clinch that one out, and they come up with a 2-0 victory over BBQ.
LongZhu, we learned something from that Game 2 draft. They go all in on a poke comp with no real chance of bringing it back if they fall behind, and they execute on it. It's the second part that is the key takeaway. This team can play siege comps that other teams might struggle with because they're just smart in their decision-making early. They got the Varus so far ahead that Ghost was always clearing waves much to the second. He was always second to the wave, always having his turrets go down. And LongZhu finally take that game score away from 50%. They were 5-5 coming into that series. They're now 7-5, and speaking of 5, I believe they will, at least for the time being, go ahead of BBQ Olivers and now be the sole occupiers of 4th spot.